I was having a really good night. I went to the press screening for Heart Eyes, embargoed till tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So stay tuned for a review of that coming tomorrow. But I went there with my grandma. Again, talk about that movie tomorrow. And I went out to eat to Five Guys. Actually tried Five Guys for the first time, and it was great service, great food. I was having a really good night. Randomly, before I started driving home, I clicked on my phone and went to Twitter, and guess what I saw? Stu Macher's back, baby. My night is ruined. Alright, I was thinking of doing a short version of this, but I decided screw it, because I have some thoughts, some very bad thoughts about the Stu Macher coming back, because we'll talk about it here, man. I really not a fan of that. But before I do, if you like content like this, please subscribe. Stay tuned for a Hard Eyes review coming tomorrow. And while you're down there, comment down below, what do you guys think of the Stu Macher, Matthew Lillard returning news of Scream 7? Now, for context, Scream 7 is not having the best track record so far, or at all, for any movie. Melissa Barrera got fired because of her comments on, I think it was Instagram, about Palestine. So, I mean, she got fired. Instantly, people are trying to boycott this movie. And then the more casting news comes out, people are just having riots because I genuinely don't know why. I don't have a single problem with the casting rumors. I don't know anything about the story. But the movie, ever since the Melissa Barrera firing, was kind of like, what are they going to do? What is the idea of what they're going to do with Scream 7? Scream 6, one of my least favorite movies in the franchise. It's not saying a lot because I do enjoy this franchise. I did like Scream 6, but it definitely was not as near as good as the other films in the franchise. So just people are instantly worried about Scream 7. For me, when people are just complaining about the movie, I'm only like, I don't care. Like, I'm not feeling anything about it. I love the Scream franchise, so obviously I'm going to be here for it. Now I got opinions. Because of the Matthew Lillard casting. What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we letting Reddit choose our castings now? Are we letting Reddit choose our stories? Are we letting social media decide what we're doing with the movie? What in God's green earth are we doing? Because since when was it a good idea to bring back Matthew Lillard as Stu Macher? Since when? And I can see people are like, you know what, this is actually good casting. Let's see what happens with this. People have been wanting this to happen for years, and every time I thought it was an absolutely abysmal and horrible idea. What on God's green earth are we doing? I don't know. And I'm not happy. I'm not. This is absolutely awful news for me. So, Scream 1, right? We have that. We have that great ending, the twist reveal. Awesome. Best part of the movie. Best sequence of the franchise. Stu is easily the best villain in the Scream franchise. So the next best thing, the next best idea is to all of a sudden decide, let's bring him back, even though we knew that he's dead. In the entire canon of the Scream franchise, we knew that he was dead. And so I get what people are saying, like, oh, they brought back Kirby for Scream 6, whatever. Kirby's not Stu Macher. Kirby is a random side character who's great, but she's not Stu Macher. We have that whole area where we just assume Stu's dead. Now we're just going to pull it out. Oh, Stu was alive the whole time. Yeah, I mean, how could we just forget about that earlier in the Scream 5 and Scream 6 and Scream 2 and 3 and 4? How? How can we just forget about that? What are we doing? This is horrible. It's a horrible idea. Not only does it mess with the timeline, this isn't like the MCU or anything, this is a Scream franchise, and I don't know why I'm getting so heated about it, because the Scream franchise is literally just a franchise to make fun of other horror movies, but it is unbelievably and freaking stupid the fact that we're bringing him back, because you have this timeline, but all of a sudden you're branching down, all of a sudden being like, oh hey, Stu was alive, so forget anything of continuity that we would have had with Stu being dead, and let's bring him alive. Terrible idea. Now I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure, because I love Matthew Lillard. Stu Macher is the best Scream villain. Why are we bringing him back? I don't know why. I don't know how they're going to incorporate that into the story. And I know people have theories and stuff, but I don't care. Your theories are stupid. They're stupid. They're stupid. It's stupid. The casting is stupid. And for me to come out of the movie, click on my phone, and the first thing I see is everyone being like, Stu's alive, Stu's alive, Stu's alive, Stu's alive. Like, I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure I will love seeing Matthew Lillard back in this role. But for the movie, for the continuity, I don't understand why we're doing this. I don't know anything what's going to be about in the Scream 7 story. I don't know anything. But just with this news, I am instantly way more worried about anything I was before this news came out. I do not like this news. I do not like the fact that Stu Macher is cast in this role. And I get it. You could say, oh, you're just being different. I don't like it. I think it is beyond stupid. I think it feels like we're reading way too many Reddit posts about Scream fan page. Is Stu Macher alive? Here's a random theory I cooked up in my mom's basement. And it totally feels like they're going after that. They're taking that and putting that in a movie because the fans are done with Scream 7 after firing Melissa Barrera. You see all the backlash and you're just like, we got to do something to get the fans on our side. And that comes at a cost of the entire franchise. So I don't like this casting whatsoever. What are your opinions on the casting down below? Stay tuned for a Heart Eyes review coming tomorrow. And also a Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man review. Thank you guys for clicking on this one. Tell me down below, what are your thoughts on the casting?